Nice.
Hi everyone, I'm Forgey McForgeface. This is the Forge. Oh, it's so funny. What a light. That's the good lighting. Anyway, today we are making 69 layer steel. Well, we have the steel. Don't be stupid, Forgey. Don't be dumb, Forgey. We have this bar of 69 layer steel. Do you like the purple? I've been working out, can you tell? Star Wipe. This is the 69 layer piece, and I'm going to be making a few of these. One 3-inch and one that size. It's going to be a 420 69 layer. So I'm going to draw these out quick. Wow, what a terrible table. That, 1/4, that, curve that up there. Let's get a better view. Phase 1, design. Cha-cha, cha-cha-cha, design. Carolina Hurricanes are having a hard time right now. Everyone sharpens their soapstone on like stuff, but like a grinder or something. There, now it's sharp, and they still have a lot of stone left. That's where that's gonna be. What in the Michael Vick? Dogs, enough. Can you guys hear those dogs barking over the camera? Let me know in the comments. Let's get the forge going. Forge on. Glasses on, because hydraulic. Are you guys ready? Make a video on making this better hammer. Let's do that. Let's make a video on that. I'll do that after I forge these. Remind me. 3 hammers to make better. This one, and this one. 3 pound, 3 pound, 4 pound. See this thing up close and personal. How's the ATV? I don't know. Let's see. Not bad for an engine swap. No man, less like a big old Rubik's Cube, man. You red, yellow, blue, man. You want that figure out, the other sides are all messed up, man. Now you guys have 6-way boomers stuck in my head. Hey, Santa Claus, what about the toys? Don't you forget about all the girls and boys. Yeah, I got that present, son. I was here last night. This one is a special trip, Joey. Special flight. Extra trip. 6 white boomers. No white boomer. Your parents know you're alone on the internet talking to weird men? Is that a 95 Arctic Cat Wildcat in the background? No way. That guy must have the luckiest kid. I'll show you a Damascus pattern, he says. Now we're gonna normalize the blade. So normalizing, we get it up to temperature, and then we let it cool down all the way to room temp. This is my first, oh, I touched the door with my hand. No, it's not bad. Okay, this is gonna change colors. It's gonna throb. And in the middle, it'll like change, and then it'll throb some more. Now we must anneal this one. I'm gonna go grab a drink of water. Next up, we got to anneal them. And I just anneal the back sides. So put that one in. Okay, those are now annealed. That's them. They're soft. They should be soft. All right, now we got to draw the pattern on these knives. And to do that, we're going to use this knife and the red marker. Paint pen. Dollar store paint pen. Now this, and you go to there. And this, that. Hey, that's my rough shape. Do that on this one. That one's gonna be a farmer's market knife, so it'll go to farmer's markets with me and craft fairs and stuff, because that's what I'm gonna do. Just like that. I'm gonna add this in here. Just like that. Now we get to grind it. As everyone knows, this is my grinder. It was a 2x70, 2x48 Magnum Industrial, and then I added this arm to it and turned it into a 2x72. You have to like bomb start it, get it up to speed, then you let the belt, you give it one of those. There you go, that'll work. Here they are. There's the little 3-inch one, 3.5, 3.25, and the 4.20, 420-ish one. Now we're gonna drill them, I hope. First I'm gonna have a delicious treat. I went to the dollar store today and I bought candy rainbows. All right. What we need to do is mark this side of the steel. We're gonna do this with the trusty paint marker I bought from the dollar store like a year ago that's still just full of paint somehow. I have a blue one too, but yes. Color Factory is the Color Factory pencil. Buy some stocks in that coloring book. Okay, that's almost all completely covered in ink. Miss some spots. What I need to do now is take a pencil or a scribe or anything like that. We do an outline, roughly. If anyone famous ever watches me do this, they're gonna be appalled. Or like anyone like an actual professional knife maker, they're gonna be like, that is not a ideal measurement method. And I'll go, you know what, bro? Fly a kite. And they'll go, I never. And if you're thinking, wow, what a jerk right now, you're that guy. See, the cool thing about being a carpenter my whole life is I'm really good at layout and lines and stuff. And it doesn't take brain rocket to make sure something's in the middle. See, like, this is where my knife's gonna go up. That's middle-ish. Pow, right there. Wow, perfect layout. Take you this thing. Oh, you slippy, slappy, slimmy Swanson? Now, oh look, a piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy. Everyone leaves. So I have this really flat piece of rock. It rocks. What I do is I color this edge and this edge. Face down, edge up. That's the way I like to mark them. Oh yeah, that's good painting that. Then you paint this one. Stay! Then you paint this one. Same thing. Yeah, that's good painting. You do a little line here on this side, like that. You do a little bit like this. This is so you can draw your thinger. Same on this one. There. Your ricasso, so you can draw your ricasso. You need a Dragon Ball Z character, ricasso. I have a Allen key that is sharpened down. That way you can have a flat side on your flat thing and it keeps it flat. Flat. And then you go, and you give it a flip, and then you go, and that gives you a really fat line to go to. Why is that one so fat? Let's try this. Wow, that really magnets to that. Did you see that? That's science. Okay, that's better. And that's kind of just like a dummy line. I kind of grind them straight anyway. I'm gonna show my real camera here. You can see the lines on them in the middle, and we're gonna put an edge to those lines. And then we're gonna rough grind them, and then we're gonna heat treat them, and then I'm gonna edit a video, and then you're all gonna watch it, please. Okay, now I gotta heat treat them. Gotta treat them with heat. The old heat treat. The old dick twist. Just jerk and twist it. We're at 50 degrees right now, so we gotta get it to 140. Normally, what you do is that you wear gloves. That way, when your hand starts getting as hot as mine is right now, you don't have to really worry about it because you got a glove on. Miami it in there. There, should be hard. Same thing as last time. Make sure when you do this, you don't wear gloves. That way your hand gets real hot. Might look like it's not that hot right now, but yeah, it's pretty hot. 2 knives, right here and here. Here they are, 2 knives. 4-ish one, 3-ish one. We're gonna see if they're hard. I just put my file. Probably a lot easier to find my file when there's not all this great light going on. Oh yeah, pretty hard. This one's the next one. Yeah, pretty hard. Oh yeah, the good light. So those are out of the annealing oven, or the tempering oven, the annealing oven. This one is just about 4.2 inches. This one has 3 inches, 3 1/4 from Ricasso, whatever that's called, choil, bunion, I don't know. Yeah, now we grind them. What we got here are some grinder sanded knives. Now I'm going to hand sand them with a palm sander. I like the Makita, it's awesome. The Milwaukee, it sucks. Honestly, almost all my Milwaukee tools have some sort of fault to them, so that's cool. Let's do the big one first. Big knife. The clamps! I love me the clamps. I haven't had a clamps in any video in a minute. Do you ever feel like finding your WD-40? Because it's not what it's supposed to be. It's hiding behind the toaster oven. I don't have much of it left. Squirt, squirt, squirt. And I got me some 120s. 120 and some 220s. Need 4 of each. I'm gonna have 3 120s. I get to open a new box. We must now hand sand. This is the hand sanding joke of the day. How do you catch a unique rabbit? Unique up on it. How do you catch a tame rabbit? Tame way, unique up on it. Okay then, these are hand sanded to 220. So now we sand it with 400, just like this, down the whole thing. Typically, you do this underwater, you make it even better, but I'm not. Oh man, I gotta get away from the bear. I'ma turn around and chase him back. Yeah, buffalo, break your gun on a stump. Found a baby. Oh shit, man, I can't have no baby. This is my boil the vinegar 9000-o-meter. This used to be my wife's thing, and now it's mine. We are going to fill this up to that line with regular, pure white vinegar. You need the pure white vinegar. That's some pure white vinegar right there. I'm gonna find a screw to hang these on. That sounds like an old, we didn't have a screw to hang a knife on. So they're clean, and they're gonna go in there. And then magic's gonna happen, and in an hour and 15 minutes they will become even prettier somehow. I know, it seems hard that you could ever fathom them being prettier. Let's go boil. Boil! Is it gonna boil over? 9. Okay, so we take, pour it into here, pour it into the hole gently now. Any little bump, so that goes in there for an hour and 15-ish minutes. Do this, timer, oh weird, one that's 1 hour and 15 minutes. BRB. I'm gonna polish these a bit better. Now I'm going to go look at them outside. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Okay, I love you. Bye.